All right, and this is Friday Flow with Ellen. Good morning. We're going to get started on our mat. So you can find a comfortable seated position. And I always encourage using any kind of props if you have them. And they don't have to necessarily be yoga blocks like I have. They could be pillows, whatever you have. So I'm going to use mine. And we're going to start in a seated position. Good morning. Are you lovely people? I hope you've had a fabulous week. We're going to do a little bit of stretching, and we're going to do a couple new balance poses today and just continue to work on the flow we've been working on for the past month so that you can perfect it and continue to go through these poses so you feel like at some point you're making progress, right? If we change it every week, you might not be able to see that. So, but we are doing a couple new things today to keep you all on your toes. So sitting up nice and tall in your comfortable seated position, maybe it's legs straight out or resting on your shins, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's go ahead and just close our eyes here for a moment. Just start to get our mind and body ready for our practice for the next 50 minutes, all to ourselves. Pushing away any negative thoughts, any thoughts of anxiety or stress or fear that may have come into your head this past week or even this morning. Go ahead and push those off to the side. And if you find your mind starting to wander as we go through our practice, bring it back to your breathing and focus on your breathing. So that keeps you occupied, keeps you busy. So thinking about your inhale, filling up those lungs completely, and then thinking about that exhale and letting go of anything that does not bring you positivity, bring you joy, anything that isn't feeling good for you. Exhale that out. So we'll just take one more deep breath as we sit here. Go ahead and open your eyes. Start to do those shoulder rolls. The snowflakes are so pretty outside my window. So nice big shoulder rolls here. Up and down. We'll do one more. And our next inhale, we're just going to gently walk out in front of us into a forward fold. Maybe walking out to a pillow or a block. So inhale, just gently start to fold forward. Find a spot where it starts to become a little bit uncomfortable or until you feel that stretch. And I want you to just go ahead and relax your head here. Let it hang in between your arms. And let's just hold this stretch for a couple breaths. So it actually is really helpful to have that pillow or have something if reaching for the floor isn't working for you this morning. I want you to sort of imagine pushing away on that object or on that floor and pushing back into your hips with this forward fold stretch. We'll take 2 more breaths and then we'll do the opposite. Inhale, slowly walk those hands back up. And then exhale at the top. So this time we're going to place those hands behind us. Might not go as far in this direction. Oh, good morning. I see more people hopping on. I see Chuck, I think, and Margie. Okay, so let's take our hands behind us. So then now we're opening up through the chest and the shoulders. So just walk back as far as you think you can. Go ahead and squeeze your shoulder blades together. sort of ground your hips into the floor. And then maybe if you feel comfortable, you tilt your chin up and take your head back. But of course, if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can just keep your head in that neutral position. So we're just gonna hang out here for a few breaths. I'll just show you from the side. I'm actually gonna switch positions for this one. My hips are a little achy this morning, so I might be moving around a little more. So it's almost like fish pose, down on the ground, opening up, lifting through our chest. So one more breath here. And then very slowly tuck your chin and start to walk those hands back up. So let's do that one more time, forward and back. So again, if you're not sure, you can take a look at my screen. Again, I've adjusted, I'm now on my shins. This just feels better for my hips. So you're just gonna walk forward into a forward fold. And we're gonna hang out here, dropping your head in between your arms, sinking your hips back. So you can do this cross-legged or even legs straight out in front of you. One more breath. And inhale, slowly walk those hands back up. Exhale at the top. And now the opposite. Reach those hands behind. And maybe they stop right here. Maybe you can walk out a little bit further. But then I want you to press forward, lift up with your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Maybe you take that head back. So we'll try 2 more breaths here. And slowly tuck that chin in, slowly walk those hands back out. All right, let's go ahead and come out of that seated position. And if you have blocks or pillows, you can just let them hang out towards the top of your mat. So let's transition to a tabletop. Hands right underneath those shoulders and knees under those hips. And as we inhale, we're gonna drop our belly, lift the chest. Cat-cow, exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. And let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Cycling through this a few times. I'm just gonna come up and check on everyone. So getting a nice stretch here in your cat-cow. Feel free to add different types of movement here. So maybe you move a little bit side to side in your cat-cow. Great. Good morning, everybody. Excellent. Let's do one more. One more cat-cow. All right, so let's come to a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and start to warm up the body here a little bit with some balance, since we are going to practice some balance in our standing poses as well. So we'll start down here. So on your next inhale, you're going to go ahead and extend that right arm and left leg at the same time. So hold this for a couple of breaths. I don't want you to hold your breath. I just want you to hold the pose. Hold on to it for a few more breaths. Notice your hips and your back. I want you to tuck your hips under just a tiny bit to engage your core. And keep your shoulders away from your ears. One more breath. And then exhale, lower. Let's go ahead and extend our left arm and right leg. Same thing. Notice your hips. Make sure they're both facing the mat. Continue to hold it here. Arm is straight, leg is straight. Balancing a glass of water or whatever your favorite beverage is. You want to be able to balance it on your back. We're lifting up from the mat rather than sinking into it. One more breath. And then come on down. Okay, so let's alternate. So inhale, we extend and lengthen that right arm and left leg. Exhale, bring it back down. And then switch sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, so now a little more movement. Close up that rib cage, right? Start to engage those core muscles. Couple more. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Now, if that overhead reach or extension with your arm is a little too much on your shoulders or neck, you can take your arm back instead of in front. So that's a good option. So we're gonna do one more on each side. All right, let's go ahead and bring those knees nice and wide. Toes together, sit on back into child's pose. Relax here for a couple moments and know that this is a nice, safe space. And you can come to that child's pose anytime you'd like to during class. All right, inhale, let's come on up. Let's find our first downward facing dog. Well, maybe not our first. Maybe some of you have been up and stretching before class. Go ahead and lift on up. It's my first down dog of the morning. Lift up and back into your down dog. Go ahead and pedal out those heels. You want to lift your hips up nice and high. Press your chest towards your thighs. Dropping those heels, walking out those legs. And then inhale, let's come forward to a nice strong plank, stacking those shoulders on top of our wrists, closing up that rib cage. Exhale, knees, and then chest lower. Remember, your elbows go straight back. We want our shoulders away from our ears. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Down and back to that down dog. Hold your down dog. Relax your head here completely. Let's go through it 2 more times to build a little more heat as we get started. With our first flow, inhale forward to that plank. Exhale, knees and chest. Gluing your arms to your rib cage. Flatten those toes. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Down and back. Hold on to that there. And as you all know, lots of variations with this flow on the floor too. Listen to your body. Do what works for you. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale, knees, chest. So maybe you're starting to get that into a little more of a flow. And go ahead and come on up. Hold it right there. Downward facing dog or a child's pose. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then we'll find a nice forward fold. 1 more breath in that down dog. And then on your next inhale, bend your knees. Slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Find your forward fold. Also a great place to use that blocker pillow. So if you notice, and forward fold. I'm not warmed up yet where I can reach the mat. So I just get that block. And I reach for the block. And then it supports me in my stretching here. 1 more breath. Inhale to reach those arms up. We're going to come up to standing. So nice and slow. Bring those palms together. Take your gaze up. Exhale. Lower the hands down to heart center. Okay, great. So we're going to stay right here and go through our first flow. So if you're new, take this nice and slow. The next couple of times we go through it, I will give that option to increase the speed just to challenge yourself a little bit. Are we feeling warmer? Thumbs up. We're good. Awesome. Oh, hey, Mary Beth. All right, here we go. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. So first time through, a little bit slower. Master the movements. Inhale, let's lift up, flat back. Legs are straight. Push your heels into the floor and pull those shoulder blades together. And exhale, let's lower. Inhale, you're gonna drop your hips a little bit, switching things up on you. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, keep those hips low and find chair pose. Remember this one? Chair pose. So back is nice and flat. You can do an alternative for those arms and bring them down to cactus. Okay, a little less tension on the neck and shoulders. So you're gonna imagine there's a seat right underneath you. If you look down, you can still see your toes and you should still be able to wiggle them in your chair pose. If not, shift your weight back into your hips and glutes a little bit and back into those heels. One more breath in this chair. Inhale, let's stand up. Exhale, just fold it down. It's a nice little stretch. Inhale, let's go ahead and step that right leg back. Big step back. I want you to go right down to your knee. We're gonna come into a low lunge first. Untuck that toe, lift your chest. Arms come up, inhale, exhale, hold. Again here, you can take that alternative, cactus arms. A little less tension and stress on the neck and shoulders. So here, stretching out that right hip flexor, close up that rib cage, turn on your core muscles. Perfect, couple more breaths. Shoulders down, looking up here. All right, inhale, let's take those hands back down. And then exhale, we're gonna go ahead and tuck our toes, lift up. We're gonna step right back to down dog. Go through this floor sequence and do the other side. So inhale forward, plank, exhale, knees and chest. Lower, inhale, lift, baby cobra, exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. Starting to build that heat. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk. Maybe you're ready to hop or even jump towards the front of your mat. Forward fold. And then inhale, reach those arms up, come back up to standing, palms come together, and exhale, right into the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, float it down. I want you to lead forward with your chest, so imagine you're falling forward. With that chest going first. Inhale, here's that nice flat back. Remember, pressing those heels into the floor, straightening out the legs, and pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale, down. Inhale, get ready for that chair pose. Lower those hips, reach those arms up. Exhale, hold. Find that chair. So I'm just gonna show you from a couple of different angles here. You wanna make sure your feet are pretty close together. So arms are either up or they're down here in that cactus. Chair pose, you should feel your thighs, your glutes, a little bit of everything. Close up that rib cage, one more breath in this chair. Inhale, straighten, exhale, shake it out. First time through, we take out the balance, but we're gonna add it in and make it a little more challenging. Inhale, step back, left leg, drop the knee. So nice and easy this first round. Untuck that toe, low lunge, inhale up, exhale, arms come up. So after this, we'll be nice and warm to get into a couple more standing poses. So take a few more breaths here in this low lunge. Maybe cactus arms. Make sure that knee is right on top of that toe. Eventually this will become a high crescent lunge, so there's going to be a lot of balance with it. So while you're here, really stretch out those hips. Inhale, take those hands down, tuck that back toe, exhale, step back. Down dog. And here we go again. Inhale forward. Exhale, knees and chest. Or if you're ready, you can go through a full chaturanga. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Hold your down dog or child's pose. One more breath. And then we're gonna come back up to the top. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk. Step or hop. Forward fold. Hopefully feeling a little more stretched out already. Inhale, reach those arms up. Nice and tall. Palms come together. And we lower. Okay, so now we're gonna add on a couple layers. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float it down. And after this round, I'll come and check on you all. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulder blades together, legs straight. Exhale. Get ready for chair. Make sure your feet are close together. Drop those hips. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hold. Maybe it's cactus. Maybe it's even hands at prayer, right? So really no tension on your shoulders and your neck. So your choice. Look down, make sure you can see your toes, make sure you can wiggle them, drop an inch, keep breathing. Hold it right here. One more breath. And then everyone take your hands to prayer. So hands together at your chest. From here, we're going to step right back into a warrior one. So we're going to add on a little bit. Right leg, step it back, lift up, shift your weight, inhale, exhale, hold. Hold that right there. So a little bit different entrance into that warrior one. Back leg is straight, front knee is bent, hips forward. One more breath, then we're going to go right into warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, open up that right hip. Drop those arms. Really bend that front knee. Warrior two. So warrior two is much bigger stance. Continue to hold. Your feet are perpendicular here. So you got to really open up that right hip. Arms are nice and strong. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Maybe you drop an inch. Knee again, still on top of those toes. Okay, inhale, flip that palm. Exhale, our final layer, peaceful warrior. Nice, big stretch here. One more breath. Inhale, bring it back to that warrior two. Exhale, let's cartwheel those hands down. Go ahead and hold here in this nice low lunge. You can bring those blocks up to you, right? Or you can drop back down with that knee onto the floor. So we're just sort of stretching out those hips one more time, holding for about 2 more breaths. You want to keep your back leg nice and straight. This will help us when we do go into our high lunge. Now go ahead and step it on back. Down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, knees and chest, chaturanga. Take this at whatever pace you'd like. Inhale and exhale. Down dog or child's pose. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take 2 breaths here. So hopefully you're starting to feel nice and warm. One more. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk, hop or jump, forward fold. Inhale takes us to standing. Exhale, we lower those hands to prayer. Other side, and we'll get a quick break. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift. Back is super flat. You should be able to balance a bunch of glasses on your back. And then exhale. Bring those feet together. Inhale, drop those hips. Exhale, arms come up. Chair. I did not miss chair pose. We haven't done chair in a while, right? Remember the arms, it could be cactus, hands here. Hold it, make sure you can still wiggle your toes. One more breath in chair. Inhale, those palms come together. Exhale, everyone bring your hands to prayer, okay? We're gonna lift that left leg up, step back to warrior one. So turn on those core muscles, lift up, step back. Warrior one, straighten your back leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold. And that third time we do it, we're gonna make that even trickier. Hips forward, stretch out the back of the leg here. One more breath. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, open up. So open that left hip, take a step back, warrior two. You can take a few moments to get into this. Back leg straight, arms strong. Close up that rib cage, right? Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, down. Maybe drop another inch. Feeling this. Inhale, flip that palm. Exhale, take it back. Peaceful warrior. Nice side body stretch. Take your gaze up into your hand. One more breath. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, hold. Now we cartwheel those hands down. Again, prepping for that high lunge. So you could use your blocks or pillows or hands right to the mat. Hold it here, or again, lower your knee. 2 more breaths. The key is to have your hips low. Back leg is super straight. So lift up through that knee, press through that heel, and then go ahead and step it on back. Down dog. Inhale forward to your plank. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Hold, or child's pose. Hold it there, 2 breaths. So we're feeling the heat. Inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. Exhale, walk, jump, or hop to that forward fold. Inhale brings us to standing. Exhale brings our hands to heart center. All right, so let's take a moment here. This would be a great time to grab a sip of water. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up, we good? Warm, excellent. All right, so we're just gonna continue to build. So we're gonna add a little more balance. So from that chair, we're gonna try and balance. We've done this before, but it's been probably 2 months. We're gonna try a little balance, lifting our leg up and then stepping back, all right? And you can keep it to that first layer. You can slow it down if you like. It's really up to you, your practice, right? I'm just here to lead you. So inhale, let's reach up. We'll go a little bit faster. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale. Feet close together. Inhale, those hips drop. Exhale, those arms come up. Find your chair. One more breath. Inhale, palms come together. Exhale, bring them down to your chest. Drop another inch. Inhale, we lift that right foot off the floor. Want you to try to hold it for a few seconds. So maybe you first just come to your toes, right? And then eventually lift your foot off the floor. Ooh, we're gonna feel that left thigh shake. Lift and hold, use your core. One more breath. Okay, let's step right back to that lunge. Right back to that high lunge. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hold. So you could drop to that knee here. Hold your lunge. You got this. Hold that lunge. Go ahead and bring those hands back to prayer, back to the chest. Hold it here, nice and low. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, let's go right into our warrior 2. So bring that heel back onto the floor. Legs already nice and wide here. Hold it. We're gonna add another layer. Inhale, flip the palm, first peaceful warrior. Exhale, take it back. Press into your front leg, straighten it out. Give your quad a little bit of relief, but also reach back a little bit further. And then inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, hold. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate back to that lunge. Take that back heel off the floor, rotate to the front, bottom arm also reaches towards the front. Right back here to this high lunge. Inhale, exhale, hands come together. Bring them to your chest. Okay, so now warrior 3. Inhale, lower your chest to your thigh. Exhale, go ahead and kick and lift. So we're gonna try this a couple of times. So maybe use the wall here to kick and lift. Lower the foot, you can shake it out, get back into it. So you're straightening that back leg, kicking that heel up. Let's hold it for 2 more breaths, and then we're gonna take it down. Last one, you're gonna go right back into that high lunge. Step it back, inhale, hands come down. Exhale, hold this lunge. 1 more layer. You can keep that knee off the floor. Press your right hand into the floor. Exhale, twist with that left arm. So I've dropped to my knee. If you want that extra challenge, keep that knee off the floor. Twist and reach. So whatever foot is in front, that's the way you're twisting. 1 more breath. Woo, inhale, that hand comes down. Exhale, step it back. Down dog or child's pose. Inhale, forward to your plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So hold your down dog, hold your child's pose. 1 more breath. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Inhale brings us up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, okay? Other side, here we go. Inhale up, exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. So remember this right here. You want this nice flat back for that warrior three, for that balance, right? Nice flat back. Exhale, let's lower. Chair pose first. Inhale, drop those hips. Exhale, arms come up. Nice chair. So let me take a look at it this time. Remember, arms can be wherever you want. Chair pose, let's see it. Imagine that chair, perfect. Right underneath those hips. Very good, shoulders away from your ears. Great, everyone looks really good. Exhale, can you drop an inch? Hold it. I know our legs on fire. Inhale, our hands come together. Exhale, hands come to our chest. Okay, here we go. Lift that left foot off the floor. Maybe this comes to the ball of the foot, but if you're ready, lift. So a lot of balance on the other leg. I know, hold it. Pull those abs in, one more breath. And then we step right back to that lunge that we were practicing. A nice high lunge, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold it. Hold this lunge. It can also be knee on the floor, right? We're gonna go right into warrior three, or right into our warrior two from here. In one more breath, tuck those hips under, pull in that rib cage. Inhale, open up towards the front. And exhale, you just drop your heel back. We go right into warrior two. Perfect, hold this here. Nice and low, watch that knee. Inhale, flip that palm, exhale, peaceful warrior. Take it back. Gaze up at your hand, really press into your back foot, not just the front. Straighten out your front leg, get a little more stretch. One more breath. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, hold. Let's go ahead and take that back heel off the floor. Rotate forward, back to this high lunge so we can get ready for warrior three. Palms come together. Take them down to heart center. Inhale. We bring our chest towards our thigh. We push off that back foot and we lift. So try to focus on one thing in front of you and not right at your foot, but something a little further. Straighten that back leg, kick it up, use the wall, use your furniture. 2 more breaths. Pull those abs in, you got this. Yes, Mindy, you got this. Good, Chuck, you got this. And then inhale, step it on back. Ooh, I'm never getting tired. High lunge. Exhale, take those hands down. Last layer here before we do it again. Press your left hand into the floor. Inhale, exhale, twist the other side now. Reach and twist. Now on this side, my hand is to my hip. My shoulder is just too tight. So you have an option as well. 2 more breaths. If you can fully extend the arm, go for it. 1 more breath. Keep those hips low. Watch that front knee. And then inhale, take the hand down. Exhale, step it back. Down dog. Inhale forward, high plank. Exhale, knees and chest, or that full version. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down dog. Hold it there. 2 breaths or child's pose. And then inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Hang on here for a few extra breaths. Relax your head completely. Inhale brings us up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, we lower. Okay, how we doing? We're good? Let's try that one more time. We're not gonna add any more layers. So you're gonna get another chance to go through that one more time, one more chance to practice your balance. And remember the balance, your leg can be right here. I don't really care how high it gets. We're just trying to practice balance together. And that's the key where we're all practicing, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. So one more time through, including this and that twist at the bottom, okay? Here we go. Reach up, inhale. Also a tiny bit faster. Exhale, take it on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Feet close together. Drop those hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Second to last time in that chair pose. Reach those arms, shoulders down. Maybe get a little lower. Palms come together. Hands at chest as we inhale. Exhale, drop an inch. Inhale, lift that left foot off the floor. Balance, use your core. Shaking a little bit. Exhale, big step back. High lunge, hold it. Arms up. And remember those options. Could be cactus arms or knee to the floor, hold it. Nice high lunge. Maybe you tilt back a little bit here. Take your gaze up. And then inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, just rotate that right hip. Drop your heel, find warrior two. Yes, we go right into that nice and flowy. Perfect. Inhale, flip that palm. Exhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. Push into your back foot. Straighten that front leg. Get a little more length. Also give your quad a little breather there. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, hold. Rotate forward. Heel comes off the floor. Hip goes forward. Back arm reaches the front arm. Inhale. Exhale, hands come together. Right at our chest. Inhale, we lower the chest to the thigh. Exhale, we push up into that warrior three. So flexing that foot and lifting that leg. Doesn't matter how high it goes. You're just practicing balancing on that foot, right? Now, if you want to try something a little bit harder and you want to open up your hips here, I'm blanking on a half moon. Yeah. It's like, wait, what's the word? You can stack your hips, drop that front arm, and extend that top arm up if you want to practice half moon, but a lot more challenging. So of course, do what you can. Tuck those hips under. One more breath in your balance here. And then inhale, step it on back. Arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Remember that we stay here. Press that hand into the floor. Inhale, exhale, twist and reach. While your hips are low. Hold this here. Watch your front knee. Make sure it's still on top of your toes. 2 more breaths. Can you reach an inch more? And then inhale, take the hand down. Exhale, woo, step it on back. Down dog or child's pose. Inhale, forward to that plank. Exhale, knees and chest. Baby cobra. Come on back. Child's pose or down dog. We get one more opportunity to practice that flow on the other side. And then we're done with all the hard stuff. So inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, hop, jump, walk to your forward fold. Inhale brings us to standing. Palms come together and we lower. Last chance, here it is. Inhale up, exhale. And remember, just do you. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, let's lower. Feet together, hips drop. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, here's that chair. Here's that chair, hold it. You should feel this in your glutes too, right? We don't want the weight forward. We want it back. Couple of breaths here. Very nice, keep that head up. Excellent, good, Diane. Perfect. Inhale, those hands come to prayer. And exhale, they drop down to our chest. And maybe we drop an inch. Keep that back flat. Inhale, lift your left foot off the floor. Little balance here. Keep your chest up and then big step back to that high lunge. Reach those arms up. Try to keep that back leg super straight. Get your hips as low as you can. Close up that rib cage. One more breath. Inhale, we lift up to rotate our hip and plant our back foot on the floor. Arms lower. Warrior two. Keep breathing. You got this. Hips low. Inhale, flip that palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Take your gaze up at that hand. Straight back leg. Push into the floor with your front leg. Straighten it out, find a little more length. And then inhale back to warrior two. And exhale. Drop that knee again. Let's bring everything to the front. So back heel off the floor. Slowly rotate that hip back to the front and swoop that arm up. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come together. We keep them at prayer to keep our back flat. We lower, keep your back flat. You push off this foot and you balance. So maybe it's right here. Nice flat back, hold that there. We just don't want our shoulders to roll forward, right? Use whatever you have. So imagine you're lifting up away from the mat rather than sinking. If you want to practice that half moon, you just stack your hips like in a side plank. Pointing your toe helps. And then you just extend those arms, right? So whatever you are working on this morning, hold it for about 2 more breaths. Let's see it. Pressing that balance. Nice. Good, Joanne. 1 more breath. Good, Regina. Nice, Kishwar. Okay, here's the hardest part. Step right back into the high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Hold this. And now we twist. So whatever foot is in front, that's the arm that's going to lift up. Press down, inhale. So for me, it's my right arm reaches up and twists. Hold that there. Options, knee to the floor, hand to hip. Because this is a big rotation and twist from our shoulder. It's that triangle pose, which we didn't practice today. So this is our twist component. Keep your hips forward. 1 more breath. Reach a little bit more. Watch your knee. And then inhale, come on down. Woo! Exhale, step it back. Down dog. You can go through this flow 1 more time, or you can just find that nice child's pose. So I'm even using my blocks here. This helps if you have tight hamstrings. And you just bring the floor up to meet you where you're at. So everyone find a nice child's pose. Knees wide, feet together, sit on back. And take a few breaths. Inhale, slowly walk those hands up. Take a big, deep sigh. And exhale, let it go. Awesome work. We're going to finish up with some stretching. I'm going to give you the option to do legs up the wall pose as our last pose. So if you have a closet or a wall that you can use or get close to, go ahead and make that change now. Or grab some pillows or blocks. You can do a supported bridge instead if you don't have the wall space. So first, come on down into your back, and we're gonna hug our knees into our chest. And just gently rock side to side. We're going to wiggle our toes and circle our ankles. So again, you can go ahead and get set up in a space that has a wall if you want. So we're gonna do legs up the wall for our inversion. Go ahead and lower your feet to the floor. We're just gonna do a couple windshield wipers here. So just dropping those legs from side to side very slowly. All right, so I'm gonna get us set up for legs up the wall. So if you don't have a wall near you, you can do any inversion. I would suggest a bridge, and you could use your pillow or block to place it underneath so that you're in a supported bridge. so you don't have to work those hip flexors. All right, if you are close to a wall, come on up. You just want to scoot up as close as you can to the wall. And then once you do, you just extend your legs straight up, just as the pose says. Legs up the wall. You want to try and get flush with the wall so that you're really getting a stretch for those hamstrings. So they're going straight up. And you could even be on top of a block or a pillow in this pose as well. And then once you're here, you can reach your arms overhead or down by your side. Feel free to close your eyes. We're going to hang out here for a couple of moments. You can also bend your knees a little bit. So again, just listen to your body, but try to extend them straight so that you really get that nice hamstring stretch. And if you don't have a wall close by, you want to stretch your hamstrings, you can do this on the floor, one leg up, and just do a regular hamstring stretch. So just taking all of the weight off of our feet and ankles for just a few moments, giving them a break. We're stretching out our hamstrings because a lot of time that's the source of back pain or hip pain, just having really tight hamstrings, which makes sense because we sit all day for work, most of us. So take one more breath here, wherever you're at. And if your legs are up against the wall, I'm just going to gently sort of walk those feet back down, bend your knees, and then just really carefully roll over to one side. It's probably the easiest way to get out of it. Just very carefully roll over to one side, and then you're going to come back to your mat. We're going to take just 1 minute in a final relaxing pose. So whatever your Shavasana is. And maybe you find a quick happy baby or one last stretch. Totally up to you. Maybe you stay in legs up the wall and hang out there if it feels really good. So either way, go ahead and close your eyes. And on your next breath, go ahead and extend your legs straight out, arms overhead, making yourself a little bit longer. Big inhale, and then exhale, release. Gently bend those knees, bring your feet onto the floor. Maybe give yourself one last hug. You did an awesome job today, you should be proud. And then slowly roll over to one side, and we will meet in a comfortable seated position to end class today. So whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe it's back in that same position that we started in, right? Just do a couple little neck rolls here, shoulder rolls. And then inhale, let's reach those arms up. As we exhale, our palms come together. Lower them down to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Thank yourself, as always, for making the time for you this morning. And we'll open our eyes and say namaste to one another. And thank you all so much. Did a wonderful job. I know it was a little bit harder. I didn't want to say it at the beginning and scare you all, but you all did a great job. So questions, comments, feedback, your favorite pose, type into the chat box. I can incorporate that into next week. And thank you so much for coming. Happy Friday.
Thanks, Ellen. Great class.
You're welcome. Thank you.